GloRilla was definitely not expecting this twist in her legal drama. CMG's homegirl fainted on the spot the moment her sentence dropped.
Sure.
I think that's the absolutely most craziest thing I've ever heard.
This is a career-ending bombshell, and the culture is shook. And I think that's the absolutely most craziest thing I've ever heard. What did the judge say that made Glo hit the floor? Stick around, we've got the full scoop. The latest hood nightmare on July 22nd, 2025, GloRilla got slapped with 2 felony charges. Possession of more than 1 ounce of weed, and possession of a controlled substance. But hold up. These charges ain't come from no undercover sting operation, or the feds running up on her trap house. NA fam. This wild situation started when 3 masked-up individuals broke into GloRilla's Forsyth County, Georgia crib, snatched up some expensive jewelry, and bounced after somebody in the house started letting shots off. And here's the part that'll really get your blood boiling. Our girl wasn't even in the building when these clowns violated her space. She was out in Indianapolis handling her business like a boss, performing at the WNBA All-Star game, and securing that bag while these street rats were trying to come up off her hard-earned success.
3 people were caught trying to steal her stuff. They even got shot at and ran off. Cops showed up looking for the burglars, but instead they say they smelled weed, got a warrant, and ended up charging Glo after discovering a significant amount of marijuana in her master bedroom closet.
So let me get this straight. The real perpetrators, who actually ran up in her spot, got away scot-free. But she's the one facing serious felony time. The mathematics ain't mathin' on this one. Chief GloRilla wasn't about to stay quiet about this backwards-ass situation either. She hit up social media and kept it all the way 100 posting. While I was in Indianapolis performing for the WNBA All-Star game, and instead of focusing on finding the suspects, they focus on some cannabis. 1. No, I wasn't busted. 2. My house got robbed. 3. I wasn't home. Long story short, my house gets home invaded and I'm the only one that gets arrested. Her legal team came out swinging, calling the charges unbelievable since she was clearly the victim in this whole scenario, and they weren't sugarcoating anything about their feelings regarding the police's priorities. The most infuriating part? No arrests were made for the actual home invasion, meaning the real criminals who violated her sanctuary are still out here running the streets, probably planning their next lick. Real boss moves. Though despite all the legal drama, GloRilla posted that $22,260 bond the same day and kept her grind going. She didn't let the system break her spirit or stop her hustle. If convicted on these bogus charges, she could be looking at 1 to 10 years behind bars. But no trial date has been set yet, since the case is still in its early stages. Not her first dance with law enforcement, but real talk, this ain't. GloRilla's first dance with law enforcement, back in April 2024, she got hemmed up with DUI charges in Gwinnett County, Georgia after the boys in blue pulled her over for making an illegal U-turn at a red light. The whole interaction got documented on body cam, and she caught charges for driving under the influence, conus open, container violations, to obey traffic control devices. She refused the breathalyzer test, and the body cam footage even captured a wardrobe malfunction during the field sobriety tests. There's also some confusion about her past criminal history that needs to be addressed. Way back in the day, GloRilla was arrested for shoplifting in Tennessee, which was just a misdemeanor that didn't result in any major consequences or media attention, but there's been some wild rumors floating around because of a viral interview clip.
You actually did 3 years in jail.
Wow. Yeah, I did.
Except from stealing from Kmart cereal.
Yeah.
That don't sound right. No, I want you to be honest, because you've got this on the paper.
I don't like the fact that you dug that up.
No, we gonna cut the cameras. No, but dead ass, like, you can go to jail for 3 years for stealing cereal, right?
Yes, I did.
This clip got people confused about whether she really did serious time, but based on the documentation, that shoplifting charge was minorly compared to the legal drama she's dealing with now. The most devastating legal situation now. Let me break down the most devastating legal situation GloRilla's been dealing with, and this one involves real tragedy and loss of life. On March 5th, 2023, some heartbreaking events went down at a concert in Rochester, New York that nobody saw coming. A deadly stampede occurred at the Main Street Armory during a show headlined by GloRilla and Finesse 2 times after false reports of gunshots caused a crowd surge that killed 3 women. Honda Zia Belton, 33, Brandy Miller, 35, and Aisha Haskins, 35, and injured several others. The aftermath of this tragedy brought some serious legal consequences that are still playing out today. Multiple civil lawsuits were filed, with the victims' families going after GloRilla, 2 times promoters, venue owner, security companies, the City of Rochester Police, and fire departments for wrongful death and negligence. This type of litigation is no joke. We're talking about serious legal exposure involving crowd control, venue safety, emergency planning, and what level of responsibility performers have when live events go tragically wrong. In June 2024, a whole group of concert goers filed a collective lawsuit in New York State Supreme court for injuries they sustained, targeting the venue and organizers. The good news for GloRilla, no criminal charges were filed against her, since investigations determined the stampede was caused by crowd panic, not any actions by the performers. But these civil cases are still hanging over her head like storm clouds. No public trials have gone down yet, and there haven't been any reported settlements as of July 2025. The cases appear to be ongoing, with comparisons being drawn to the Travis Scott Astroworld tragedy, where similar suits eventually got settled out of court. GloRilla issued a public statement, expressing condolences to the families but hasn't commented further on the litigation. The legal drama extends way beyond criminal charges and wrongful death suits, though GloRilla's had to deal with some serious intellectual property warfare when rapper Plies filed a copyright infringement lawsuit in early 2025, claiming her song "Wanna Be" with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B lifted his 2008 track without proper clearance. But plot twist, Plies voluntarily dropped the lawsuit in March 2025, probably because he realized his case was weaker than gas station sushi, or they worked out some behind-the-scenes settlement. Then we got this absolutely ridiculous situation from June 2025, where Louisiana influencer Natalie Henderson decided to sue GloRilla over using the phrase "no bibia." Henderson claimed she was the original creator and trademark holder of the phrase that celebrates natural bodies, and alleged GloRilla was using it in her merchandise and lyrics without permission. The business disputes get even deeper, though Atlanta investor Aristotle Varner Jr. came for GloRilla's neck in May, alleging she scammed him out of $400,000. Varner claimed he paid her for business consulting services and social media promotions that she never delivered on, which represents the type of business drama that often emerges when artists transition from independent hustlers to major label operations. There was also some early industry beef brewing back in 2022. GloRilla got into public dispute with producer Hitkid over the ownership and rights to her breakout hit, FNF Let's Go, when he claimed she was trying to cut him out of credits and royalties after she signed with Yo Gotti's CMG label. While threats of litigation were made and things got heated on social media, no formal lawsuit was actually filed, and the matter seems to have been resolved through private negotiations. What makes GloRilla's legal situation so significant is how it exposes the systemic issues and backwards priorities of law enforcement when dealing with successful black women from the hood. The fact that she's facing potential prison time, while the actual burglars who violated her home are still out here living there. Best Life demonstrates some deep-rooted systemic problems that go far beyond any individual case. The hood has been extremely vocal about supporting GloRilla through these legal challenges. Another supporter had this to say: "Throughout all this legal warfare, GloRilla has maintained her composure and stayed true to her authentic self. She's been transparent about her situations while being smart enough to avoid making statements that could potentially damage her legal position." As all these various legal cases continue moving through the court system, they serve as a stark reminder of the complex challenges that accompany rapid success in the music industry. For GloRilla, successfully navigating these legal obstacles while maintaining her artistic momentum and street authenticity represents one of the most significant tests of her still developing career. Bet from gospel flows to chart domination, yo, let me tell y'all about one of the realest come-up stories in hip-hop right now. We're talking about how Gloria Hallelujah Woods went from singing hymns in a North Memphis church to having the whole culture screaming her bars from coast to coast.
If it was anybody else, if it was another Jane Doe, it's just because it's GloRilla, they make a big deal out of it. If it was Lakeisha down the street, it would have been nothing. She wouldn't even been there. So how do you know somebody that planted drugs? How do you know somebody in her family that had it? How do you know? It could be anything.
I've ever heard, because she wasn't there first and foremost. Second of all, we don't necessarily know what happened in that situation. The robbers could have left it there.
Born on July 28, 1999, in Memphis, Tennessee, GloRilla came up in the Fraser neighborhood on the north side, the eighth of 10 children in a deeply religious household. For those who don't know, Fraser is known for producing some serious talent and some serious street credentials. Initially homeschooled until 5th grade, before transitioning to Melrose High School, her early life was heavily influenced by church culture and family values. Here's where the story gets interesting. Though she originally started in her church choir with dreams of becoming a singer, not a rapper, but sometimes the universe has different plans. And when she lost her voice and switched to rapping at age 16, it was like destiny calling her name. What seemed like a setback became the foundation for a career that would eventually earn Grammy nominations and Billboard domination. Those early years weren't about instant gratification or viral moments. Like most real artists from the hood, GloRilla spent years grinding, perfecting her craft, and building a local fan base. She dropped her first mixtape, Most Likely Up Next, in 2019, followed by the EPP status in 2020. These early projects showcased that raw Memphis sound mixed with her own commanding presence and authentic storytelling that would become her signature. But 2022 was when everything changed for real. When FNF Let's Go featuring producer Hitkid dropped, it became more than just a song, it became a whole cultural movement. The track didn't just chart in the top 50 on the Billboard Hot 100, it sparked the hashtag FNF challenge on TikTok, showing how modern hip-hop success requires both street credibility and social media savvy. The impact was immediate and undeniable. That track earned a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Performance, putting GloRilla in the conversation with hip-hop's elite. More importantly, for her career trajectory, the success caught the attention of Yo Gotti, who signed her to his label Collective Music Group CMG in July 2022, making her the first female artist on the roster. But GloRilla proved she wasn't a one-hit wonder. She followed up with bangers that showcased her versatility and staying power. Tomorrow, and its remix Tomorrow, 2 featuring Cardi B, became her first top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 and went double platinum, proving she could collaborate with established stars while maintaining her raw Memphis flavor. Her EP Anyways, Life's Great, hit number 11 on the Billboard 200 in 2022, showing that her appeal went beyond just singles. The project demonstrated her ability to maintain listener interest across a full body of work, something that separates real artists from flash-in-the-pan viral sensations. 2024 became her breakthrough year on a whole different level. Her debut commercial mixtape, Ethan, dropped in April 2024 and peaked at number 18 on the Billboard 200. But the real flex came when her debut studio album Glorious hit the streets in October 2024. It reached number 5 on the Billboard 200 and clocked the highest first-week sales for any female rapper that year, a major boss move in a highly competitive market. The album featured certified hits like Yaglo, a top 40 Billboard Hot 100 smash wannabe.
How proud are you of her?
I am very proud. Extremely proud.
What would it mean to have a Grammy for you? What would that mean?
I'm a pass. I'm a faint.
A collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion that also cracked the top 40 TGIF. Another high-energy banger that landed in the top 50. What makes GloRilla's musical success so authentic is that she's never compromised her street credibility for mainstream appeal. Her public image emphasizes resilience, faith, and relatability, having evolved from choir girl to rap queen without losing her grounded persona. This authenticity resonates with fans, who see their own struggles and ambitions reflected in her story. Her collaboration game has been strong too. Key features include Just Say That with Duke Deuce, On What You On with Moneybagg Yo FTC You, with Latto featuring Gangsta Boo, Sticky with Tyler, the creator from his album Chromacopiosis collabs, prove she can move across styles.
It means everything to me. That means I gotta keep going. I gotta keep it in their face because I want to keep doing this every time it come around. I'm just blessed. Like every time, like that's all I can say. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. All praise to God.
Yes.
Cities and generations of hip-hop. Industry recognition has been non-stop. She won Best New Hip-Hop Artist at the 2022 BET Hip Hop Awards and the 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards. In 2025, she took home 2 major honors: the Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspirational Award at the BET Awards for Rain Down on Me, and the Powerhouse Award at Billboard Women in Music. But that gospel award stirred up some controversy.
I want to thank God because this is a gospel award.
How dare us? Giving GloRilla a gospel award is putting piss in all of our grandparents' face.
Some people in the community felt that giving a gospel award to a rapper known for explicit content was disrespectful, sparking debates about genre boundaries and who gets to be seen as inspirational. She's received multiple Grammy nominations, including Best Rap Performance for FNF Let's Go in 2023, Best Rap Performance, and Best Rap Song for Yaglo in 2025. These nods are bigger than just personal wins. They represent recognition of her cultural impact as a black woman from Memphis, kicking down doors. The business moves just as heavy. In August 2025, GloRilla was honored with the BMI Impact Award at the BMI R&B Hip Hop Awards, recognizing her breakthrough influence.
This something I always wanted to do, and I didn't know it was gonna come this fast. So like I said, I feel blessed. I feel highly favored. You know, my middle name Hallelujah, so I'm highly favored.
She also partnered with Checkers on a branded meal deal, Full Circle Energy. Since she used to work there before rap changed her life, GloRilla is widely viewed as one of the most authentic and empowering voices in hip-hop today. Fans praise her for her raw, husky voice and high-energy delivery that resonates from the block to the suburbs. Her music connects because it reflects real-life emotions and experiences, delivered with the confidence and grit of someone who made it out and refuses to fold. The Memphis connection in GloRilla's sound is crucial. Her credibility comes from her North Memphis roots and lyrics that reflect what it's really like to come up in tough environments. This alignment between persona and real life That's why fans trust her. She embodies that raw Memphis sound and energy, and her co-sign from Yo Gotti and collaborations with artists like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and Tyler the Creator, they only strengthened her standing in both the streets and the boardrooms. Her music is more than bops. It's cultural documentation, a soundtrack for the dreams, pain, and ambition of a generation. What makes GloRilla's rise so wild is how fast it's happened. From her first mixtape drop in 2019 to Grammy nods and Billboard domination by 2022, it's one of the fastest come-ups in recent hip-hop history, and she never had to fake it. Her success hasn't come at the expense of her artistic integrity or her street roots. In fact, her raw personality and real-life experience have become her biggest assets. She's gone from North Memphis talent to one of hip-hop's most promising voices, and she's done it on her own terms. That's the power of talent, timing, and a little internet virality. But with all eyes on Glo, her career isn't the only thing being watched. Dating in the spotlight. What makes GloRilla's approach to relationships so refreshing is her willingness to keep it 100. She doesn't fit the mold of how people think female rappers should move romantically. She's been candid in interviews and online talking about her views on dating, saying she prefers older men, that she believes in going 50-50ths in relationships, and even opening up about her choice to practice celibacy. Her transparency challenges the mainstream narrative around female artists and gives fans another reason to respect her. She moves on her own time, her own values, and her own code. This honesty has created a complex public narrative around GloRilla's love life, one that blends genuine insight with the inevitable chaos of fan speculation and media clickbait. As of mid-2025, she's repeatedly described herself as single. Still, that hasn't stopped the internet from linking her to various rumors and situationships. Her romantic history, based on interviews and social media, mostly consists of unconfirmed flings, pre-fame relationships, and some situations that never made it past speculation. No long-term public partnerships have been substantiated, but what stands out isn't just who she may have dated, it's how she talks about it. The foundation of GloRilla's approach to relationships seems rooted in some less than ideal experiences. From her past, she's been painfully real about the mistakes she's made, including dating men with no ambition. Literally. In interviews, she's joked about dating dudes without cars. One of those relationships lasted 2 years. She's called them embarrassing, and she's admitted to feeling traumatized by one of her ex's behavior, saying it affected how she views trust and relationships going forward. She's even said, "I was a dumb B***shay for staying with them," a level of transparency that's rare in celebrity culture. Instead of presenting some perfect, curated version of her dating history, GloRilla has made it part of her public persona to admit the L's, own the red flags she missed, and talk about how she's growing from them. In a 2024 interview, she revealed she had flings with 2 taken men in the music industry, men she claims pretended to be in loving relationships online while privately pursuing her. She never named names, but the revelation set the internet on fire, with fans and bloggers scrambling to guess who she was talking about. More important than the gossip, though, was what those experiences led to: a complete shift in how Glo approaches love. By late 2024, she'd had enough. She expressed frustration with men being soft or unreliable, and in November, she made a bold public declaration. She was single, celibate, and waiting for God to send me my husband. This came after completing a 90-day celibacy challenge earlier that year. But it wasn't just a private lifestyle choice. She made it part of her story, part of her message. In interviews and on social media, she connected that decision to her faith and her desire for something deeper. She wasn't interested in casual link-ups. She was building a new relationship with herself. Of course, the media didn't stop speculating. Despite her public celibacy and single status, GloRilla's name kept popping up in dating rumors, a contrast that says as much about celebrity culture as it does about her actual life. One of the earliest and most persistent rumors involved Drake. Back in 2022, the internet ran wild with speculation that the two had a thing, but neither of them confirmed anything. Most of the hype stemmed from social media interactions and industry proximity. No real evidence ever surfaced. A more documented interaction happened with Kodak Black. In October 2022, he openly flirted with GloRilla during her Instagram Live, quoting lyrics from her breakout hit, FNF Let's Go, as a pickup line. Later, he admitted to having a crush on her, but said it was just jokes when they met in person. So while it made headlines, nothing ever came of it. The most high-profile speculation came in February 2024. During NBA All-Star Weekend, GloRilla posted a photo with NBA player Damian Lillard captioning it, "Who this is? 'Cause I want him #GetHimGlo," and even adding that she wasn't worried about his ex-wife. Naturally, it blew up. But Lillard shut the rumors down fast. He said they were just acquaintances, artists crossing paths, and he reminded everyone that his personal life is private. Still, the post went viral not just for the boldness, but because it reflected GloRilla's unapologetic personality. She wasn't playing shy. She said what she said. Another unexpected name entered the rumor mill in late 2024. Journalist Speedy Mormon. It started with a flirt-heavy interview on Complex 360, where the chemistry between Speedy and GloRilla was obvious. Fans immediately started shipping them. In April 2025, they added fuel to the fire by teasing a relationship on social media, posting, captions like "us greater than them." But in true troll fashion, they later revealed it was all an April Fool's joke. They're just friends. Close. Maybe. Flirty. But not romantic. More recently, GloRilla's been linked to professional athletes. In June 2025, NFL player Xavier Leggett appeared as her love interest in the type of music video. The scenes, including kissing, sparked rumors that the two were actually involved. Some media outlets claimed Leggett made it Insta official, but critics were quick to call it a PR move to boost the video's hype. So far, nothing beyond the video has been confirmed. The most recent and visually documented romantic speculation popped off in late July 2025 when GloRilla was linked to NBA player Brandon Ingram. The two were spotted getting cozy at a nightclub in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, during her 26th birthday celebration. Videos quickly made the rounds. GloRilla and Ingram dancing, holding hands, embracing, and even leaving together. Naturally, the internet went wild. Fans and blogs alike approved of the potential pairing, but like most things in her dating life, neither party has confirmed a relationship. And that's the pattern. Blurry lines, public moments, and no official word. Business relationships have sparked romantic chatter too. In early 2025, rumors surfaced about her and Yo Gotti, her labeled boss, especially after reports that he'd split from Angela Simmons. Then, in June 2025, Glo and Gotti were spotted on the red carpet together, triggering speculation about a possible sugar daddy dynamic or behind-the-scenes situation. GloRilla vaguely addressed it in interviews. She never denied it outright, but she never confirmed anything either. Some sources believe the whole thing is baseless gossip, possibly fueled by jealousy claims involving Simmons, but the speculation hasn't gone away, mostly because of their close professional ties and public chemistry. And when it comes to older men, GloRilla's been open about that. Back in 2023, she said she's drawn to older dudes, something that puts certain rumors in context. From athletes to executives, the older man narrative adds another layer to how fans interpret her public interactions. What's clear is this: GloRilla isn't chasing status or comfort. She's achieved financial independence. She's winning, and she's said plainly, she expects partnership, not dependency. Her comments about going 50-50ths in relationships have sparked debates online. But really, it reflects a modern mindset, one that challenges outdated gender roles and flips the script on what a successful woman in hip-hop is supposed to want from a man. That's also worth pointing out that many of these rumors, from Speedy to Ingram, seem more about timing and headlines than actual love stories. The speculation often coincides with professional moments. The Xavier Leggett buzz hit right when her music video dropped. The Ingram talk popped off during her birthday vacation. The Yo Gotti gossip started after an awards appearance. Coincidence? Maybe, but in the celebrity world, the line between marketing and romance is thin. Still, what separates GloRilla from most is her honesty. She's been real about making dumb decisions in love, real about dating broke dudes, real about letting things go too far. That level of transparency, admitting flaws, laughing at herself, and learning publicly is rare in the image-obsessed world of fame. Under all the headlines, there's another layer that fans deeply connect with. Her faith. GloRilla's full name is Gloria Hallelujah Woods, a name rooted in spirituality, and she doesn't hide that side. Her choice to remain celibate until marriage isn't just a personal decision, it's a spiritual one. It reflects her commitment to growth, to God, and to not repeating past mistakes. As she once said, "So you know, my middle name's Hallelujah, so I'm highly favored." From breakout hits and Grammy nods to controversial awards, rumored flings, and viral moments, GloRilla has built one of the most compelling stories in modern hip-hop. The music is fire, the personality even louder, the vision only getting clearer. So, what's next for the Memphis rap queen? We'll be watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more real hip-hop coverage, and check out the videos on your screen for the full 808 Truths experience. Stay locked in, we got more coming.